Nightcap is set for a mature audience. It may contain adult references, coarse language, consumption of alcohol, and subjects of a sexual nature. It may also contain the answers to questions no one asked, traces of an cornucopia, the pin code to a sex dungeon, excessive bathroom humour, grammatical and pronunciation errors, pornography, the Captain's OnlyFans content, pink fluffy unicorns dancing in a rainbow, a dog pooing on someone's head, shameless product placement, shelling the scavenge, and pointless jokes that lead nowhere. It's recommended while watching the Nightcap you take a lighter look at life, don't take things too seriously, don't get offended, and of course, take your shirts off and get naked if you want, here on the Nightcap. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, welcome back to the Nightcap. We are coming to you live around the world. Big hello to each and every one of you around this wonderful planet of ours. And if you're just joining us for the very first time, welcome to the show. This is where things go a bit more crazy, a little bit more wild. And if you've come over from watching any of our other YouTube videos, you're in for a treat because we're going to cover some of that stuff here on the show tonight as well. Now, normally about this time, I would kick it over and introduce two of my other co-hosts, but they are currently working with the CIA in alien technology, so they can't be with us tonight. So I've got an actual alien to join us all the way from the Craft Beer Pretty Boys. You've seen him once before on the show, and we're going to see him again right there in that part of the studio. It's, of course, Esquire!
Thank you, Captain, and hello to everyone in the nation. Hope everyone's had a lovely week.
Stop telling people what to do.
No.
No.
No. Leader of the Craft Beer Pretty Boys. It's what I have to do.
Show everyone your shirt. Show everyone your shirt. There it is.
The shirt.
Yeah, go back. Get it in camera. Put it in frame. There it is.
There it is.
Craft Beer Pretty Boy. Right there and then. How are you, mate? Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, good, mate. Thank you again for the opportunity to fill Parker Nick's surprisingly small shoes.
Very tiny shoes.
Size 7, who'd have thought?
Yeah, that's on a good day.
And good for you for wearing courageousness with high heels.
Oh, well, it's the only way I can see over the desk.
Wears them better than her, apparently. He keeps telling me anyway.
Look, we're in for a big show tonight. We've got people that will be coming and going, obviously, through our chats and stuff throughout the course of the show. We've got new people that are watching the show. There's a whole bunch of stuff that is going on. So we'll get straight into it, shall we, Mr. Esquire? Shall we just get right in? Look, you've even got a new, we've even given you your own little thing around you. Look at that. I had to change mine as well because mine was different, so I had to match it. Otherwise, we would have looked completely stupid.
It would have been an unprofessional organisation,
and that's normally what we do on this program. So,
so it's all downhill from here. Beautiful, love it.
Pretty much. So the CBP stands for the Craft Beer Pretty Boys, which was a normal thing that was coined earlier on. So are you drinking craft beer tonight or what?
I am drinking, well, it can be classified as a craft beer. Not a sponsor, so Stone and Wood, get your act together.
Yeah, get him in contact with us. Speaking about people that like it, I haven't had this drink for a while, Mr. Esquire. I'm going to open up a nice can of Frosty Berry because it's been a long time since I've had it on the show.
Right, you had a tattoo to show off when you were drinking it.
I did, yeah. That's the only way to do it. It is the only way to do it. Well, let's get right into it. Let's introduce everybody, Mr. Esquire, because we've got people in our YouTube chat that are either watching the show for a second time or a first time. So let's welcome them. So this is how it will work. Sit back and relax. I'll walk you through the process. It's very easy to do. Right? All you need to do is take a deep breath in if you want. It helps. You probably should. It's a deep breath in. If you, that's right, you would like to be part of the fun and or excitement that is the Nightcap Nation, it is very easy.
to do, you simply jump on your Facebook or your YouTube type device and type in 4 magical words.
The Nightcap Nation.
You can hit join now if you're on the Facebook group, and you can become part of the fun and all excitement that is there on Facebook. However, if you don't have Facebook, you can just chill out here on YouTube and join the chat that is listed there below. But if you are on Facebook and you do decide to join the Nightcap Nation there, you can join that live chat as well, which happens throughout the course of the show and pretty much for the rest of your life.
And tonight in the chat we have such luminaries.
Luminaries?
Cool,
that's
good. Luminaries.
Yeah.
Cray Ray has joined us briefly.
Briefly, he is currently watching some kind of ball that is used on your foot.
JD Gill is complimenting on, let's just say, the better part of the deal here, of the duo.
So me, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm a bit of a hero.
Kaga Camper was in there for a brief moment.
Yeah. He's in prison, isn't he?
Pun?
He's in prison, I'm sure of it.
Someone did a good job smuggling that phone.
Yeah, well, that's what the prison wallet's for. So they tell me.
Yeah, apart from that, it looks like pretty quiet night in the chat.
Yeah,
so...
well, on that chat, because in the YouTube chat, we've got Puma is hanging out there. It's who else we got? We've got Conspiracy. He's chilling out there as well. They're chilling out there. Lawler, he's there. Nana Bear's there. Bomb is there as well. Look at that. It's Conspiracy's first time here, so we have to be gentle. So I don't know how to be gentle.
No.
I'm pretty sure Whoop, go for it.
Wrong place for gentle.
Wrong place
Captain
for gentle.
actually believe in foreplay, so...
Nah, okay, we've all got a job to do, mate. We've got to get it in and out and get it done. That's just how it works. And if you are out there in YouTube land and you want to let us know that you're watching, feel free to do so. Jump in the chat, let us know, or just leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. Apparently that does stuff. I don't know what it does, but apart from letting me know that you like something, I'm guessing that's its function.
That's about it.
Yeah, well, that's good to know then.
You're talking to the wrong person.
Oh, not really, because I rang you.
It is genuinely brightly in the blind.
Well, very true. We'll have a good night though. But if you're out there in the YouTube land, feel free to leave your comments either in the chat and stuff, and we'll have a chat as the show progresses, because you're in for a treat tonight, because we're going to do a bit of our first segment for tonight, Mr. Esquire. If you're up for it, why don't we have a bit of a discussion?
Let's discuss.
All right, let's do it. Let's run that trailer. Is that what it is? Come on, boys, press the button. Make that thing do its thing. Yeah.
Yeah. 너의 come and never sleep on me. Eyes on my chain 숙여 너의 고개를 what you looking at fool. 너의 눈 흐리멍텅했고 find your comfort from another yeah. I go low like.
Oh yeah, you gotta like that.
It's good to see what you spent your entire week doing. New animations.
Yeah, well, that's an old animation, that one. Well, it was a bit choppy on the big screen. I wonder what happened there. That could be my bad.
So we need to get that spot, the bike spinning a bit quicker.
Yeah, I'm going to blame it on the internet person.
Get back on the bike.
This is what happens when the tech division isn't in tonight. Lawler apparently is going to bend over. God, this will not be channel. Yeah, that's fairly very true. Welcome back into the chat as well. Bomber, she's now back in the Nightcap Nation chat on Facebook. Like tonight, Esquire, a few weeks ago, and because we've got a lot of people that are joining us from our sovereign citizens and frauditor side of the fence, we looked at what is a sovereign citizen here in Australia and America and realised what kind of pieces of scum they really are. And I've had a bit of a field day over the last few months knocking out these videos. I'll try and do them every day, if not every second day, and they're thumping across the internet quite well. So I thought tonight, seeing that we've looked at the sovtards, we could have a look at the frauditors. Have you heard of these frauditors, mate?
Just as bad, mate. Just as bad. About as many brain cells as well, from all reports.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I've done a few videos now of the frauditors, and it's hard to it's like if you were to get two monkeys and smack them in the head with a hammer, and then ask those two monkeys to put together a puzzle of but one does one puzzle, one does the other puzzle, and instead of doing the puzzle, they fucking rob a bank and shoot at the cops. That's kind of what frauditor and sovtards are like. So they're both completely fucking useless, and they're both just on the opposite ends of the spectrum. And what I like to call the YouTube University spectrum of fuckwits, right? And they're on both sides of the spectrum. They're both really high up on the spectrum, but they're both just on two different parts of the spectrum.
Max, I couldn't put it better myself.
Yeah, this is hello everybody. Oh, we've got a couple more people in the chat. We've got Patrick logged on, thought his speakers were playing up, then he realised it was just playing some kind of music. Yeah, my bad. And there we've got Lester, Marky Lester in there, joining from North Colorado in the United States. Welcome to the show. We are just having a bit of a chat about these frauditors at the moment. Now, I've seen the American frauditors, Mr. Esquire, and I sort of knew where they were, like where it would have started from, because obviously they have the US Constitution, and in their First Amendment of the Constitution is the right to free press and freedom of speech and all that sort of stuff. But I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, because I'm not a constitutional scholar by any stretch of the imagination, especially the United States Constitution. But I'm pretty sure in that First Amendment, it's not written, and again, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure that it's not written. Don't be a fuckwit. Like, just don't be a fuckwit and go and film like government buildings and police stations and annoy people. Again, I'm not sure if that's not written in there, but I'm like, if someone was to point a gun at my head and say, is this written as the First Amendment? I'm pretty confident my answer will be no, that's not in there.
But you'd like to think that it would be implied.
Is it implied? Is it
Depends on
implied?
how detail you read and you break down every single little word in it.
Yeah.
It's like you just don't do these things, but apparently you do.
Yeah, apparently. So, Conspiracy agrees that both frauditors and sovtards are oxygen bandits. Jizz fridges, as I like to refer to them as well.
There's been numerous colourful names.
Yeah, look, I think most frauditors, I put frauditors into rectum relic collectors. So they travel around hospitals and pick up things that were shoved in other people's asses, and they use them, and then they collect them and they put them up at home. Like, that was when I was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and that was a pen that was up someone's ass.
This is a light bulb.
Yeah.
This is a relic.
Yeah, this is one of my favourite relics. It's from the 98 collection.
All that story recently of the priest who had a potato and claimed he fell on it whilst changing the curtains in the nude,
Look,
as you do.
We've all been there, mate. We've all been there.
Thursday.
Mark's in the need for a good laugh. Well, mate, hopefully you're in the right place and we'll have a good laugh with you. I was thinking a lot about these frauditors because, okay, as I said, in the States, I sort of half got it. Like, yeah, okay, you got freedom of the press and all that sort of stuff. But where the issue became is yes, you have the First Amendment, but there's kind of policies and acts and other things that have come out since then that, you know, try and put it into perspective for you. Like, yeah, look, technically you're kind of right, but technically you're kind of wrong, and that's sort of how it's sort of written. But as I said, I'm pretty sure, and please, any person from the United States that does know the First Amendment, let us know. Is it written verbatim? You can be a fuckwit and just record everybody that you want to record with no worries at all. go and film the police, they love it. Go into a government building like a post office and just cause a ruckus. Is that written in the Constitution? I'd love to know. Because, again, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, I said you wouldn't have thought so, but here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
We've been proof.
Well, we've been on our channel here on YouTube. I've done a couple of videos on Australian frauditors who like to follow the same verbatim script that they get off the internet, aka YouTube University. They watch a couple of videos and naturally assume that's how the law works. Two very different places. I'm not sure if you know this or not, Esquire, but Australia isn't, and I need to stress this part, is not America. And our laws, you're not going to believe it, slightly different to theirs.
So you mean we're not the 51st state?
We are not. As much as people have tried to claim it, we're not. Not even close. I don't think we're even a contender. There's other countries close by they could have, like I'm sure Mexico or whatever, but you know, we're kind of a little bit far away to be claimed. And Mordred, yeah, the fuck around and find out. I love it. It's the best way to do it. We need Friday night fuck around and find out. Which is a phrase that I throw in our videos. Actually, we got t-shirts available now. I'm going to buy a shirt that says, "Hey, Sovtard, fuck around and find out," written on it. And but this is the thing: is the Australian auditors try and take the American word for it. They're like, "I'll watch Big Brother do it. We can have a crack at it." And there was one bloke on our channel, Esquire, who goes into a fucking library. And he's there to be just a dickhead. Like, that's end of list. It's like he woke up in the morning and goes, better check my list of things to do today. Item 1, be a dick. Well, that's easy. I can cover this one off before the afternoon hits.
Well, that's it. It has to be that. It's just basically just, how can I make somebody else's day worse?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of it. Oh, here we go. Patrick's put up there. Poster 7. Yeah, this is the big one in US frauditors. Poster 7 saying that they need permission from the post office manager or something similar. He's been watching too many of these videos. Yeah, they like to quote Poster 7 in American law. Or if you go into a post office on Poster 7, it states about media. But what they don't like to read about that media part, Mr. Esquire, in the Poster 7 of the US Postal Service, is that they actually do need prior permission from the postmaster or manager of the post office. They don't like reading that part. It's like they sort of skip that bit. Like,
that's an inconvenience.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's almost like that line doesn't exist.
That's just, I can do this.
Yeah.
What's this about? What's permission?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't consent to permission. Like,
I don't consent to. Yeah, exactly. Having to give permission to do these things.
I asked myself, and 100% of people asked have said I can do this. So that's kind of where we're at here.
I was hosting that episode of Family Feud in the Sky. I surveyed 100 people.
Yeah, I surveyed 100 people.
Don't eat potato salad.
Yeah. Let's do Subtards, the inventors of fictitious law. This is very true. What was this? The flog threw down the gauntlet to Chill today to prove why he's interpreting the First Amendment that way. Oh, I have to watch that video. That would be good. Hello to Sherbert also, and he's watching over at JD Gold's house as well. But this is the strange thing about Australian auditors. The guy that now this guy loves his privacy. His name's Alex, and he's from Bangham, Victoria. Loves his privacy, by the way, because when you're in public, you have no right to privacy. That's what he claims. So the fact that his video's on the internet, his name's Alex. In case you didn't know, that's not his YouTube name, obviously. I did a bit of digging, and so his name's Alex. Lives in Bangham, Victoria, possibly at the caravan park. Possibly at number 7. I don't know. Maybe I'm making that bit up. But there's no right to privacy in the public eye, says Alex from Bangham, Victoria.
But you can put it out in the public. That's the thing. As he's doing.
As he's doing. But what what Alex from Bang Home Victoria, possibly at the Caravan Park, failed to mention is in Australia and in Victoria, where he likes to do his audits, we have a thing known as the Device Surveillance Act that came out in 2013. So it's been around for 10 years. Actually, 1998 came out. And the Device Surveillance Act states very, very clearly in it, and if you've watched our videos, you'll see I put this law up from time to time. It states very, very clearly that you can film in public all you want. Go nuts, knock yourself out. What you can't do is film someone else's conversation or someone else's interaction with someone else without their consent or permission. That's in direct violation of the Device Surveillance Act, especially if you happen to record their audio, because strangely enough, kind of need warrants for that sort of stuff, whether it's in public or private.
Yeah,
who would have thought?
That's just an inconvenience. That's getting in the way of me videoing random people.
Yeah, that's getting in the way of me being Yeah, this is getting massively in the way of being a shake and bake meth addict on the street, where I can just grab my telephone and run on into any public building and just go nuts. It's funny how Alex doesn't go into the police stations to do this. He's one of the rare frauditors in the world that doesn't like going into police stations. He likes to pick soft targets like council buildings. Because that's what fucking weak pricks do, by the way. And according to my research, now again, this is just me researching this, Mr. Esquire, that Alex from Bang Home Victoria is a complete and utter fucking weak prick. Now, that's just me. That's just my opinion.
So it's like taking candy from a baby or tripping over an elderly person or stealing one of the captain's canes.
Yeah, or, banging a Kardashian. It's just... just something that everyone does once in their life.
Everyone does.
Now, you've got to remember that there's a distinct difference between sovtards and frauditors. Sometimes you find that rare hybrid, right? And they're a very rare hybrid, but you can occasionally find them, because sovtards like to pull shit up while they're in the street, and frauditors like to just, go and disturb people in their own places. At least with the sovtard, you kind of it's kind of a game of it's like the police get a box of chocolates and they're not sure which one they're going to get when they pull over. It might be just a nice person that will obey the laws and jobs right, or it might be a complete and utter fucking sovtard and they're going to go, well, fuck, I've been waiting for this all day. Here you are. Where frauditors, they kind of sneak up on you like ninjas. Like you could just be doing your work, typing away on your bloody keyboard, and the next minute you're going to have a camera in your face going, the law said I could do it.
Well, talking about that actually reminded me of a thing of work. Of someone coming in just taking photos. I work in a bottle shop, for people who don't know, outside of this. Someone just coming in, started taking photos of my store. I'm just like, you all right?
Yeah, it's fucking go time.
I'm doing it for survey research. I'm just like, I haven't given you permission to do it. He goes, I'm nearly done though. I'm just like,
that's not the point, fuckface.
I don't want you in my store taking photos without my permission.
Yeah, it's kind of how it works. Rattle off the Surveillance Act at him next time. That will fuck him. We've all learned something today, haven't we?
We can all go home now.
Secret Agent S wants to know who that spunk is on YouTube. It's me. You probably don't recognise me because I got different lights on, but it's me.
Is there someone behind us? Or
Crow wanted to know if I did actual research. Yeah, I actually did do research on that one. What else we got? We got in various states and territories, the laws prohibits photographing of certain things that you can see. That's from Patrick. Mark Lester said sovtards can carry carry a binder of the First Amendment orders. Auditors can carry a camera. That's spot on. That's a good one. Yeah. Sovtards carry a binder full of bullshit. And frauditors carry a camera and a brain full of shit. So
yeah, man, that's spot on.
Yeah. G'day, Cliff. Welcome to the show. Alex's last video was at a police station. All right, I'm gonna have to get that one. He wanted police officers' names and rosters, etc. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna have to look up that one. Alex is at it again. Alex from Bang Home, Victoria, possibly the Caravan Park.
Possibly number 7.
Possibly number 7. Please don't go looking at the Caravan Park because I just thought of that number. Don't knock on number 7, so I don't know if it's him or not. Don't do that.
that he's 2 weeks late on his rent, so
Yeah.
he's a fan of that.
I may or may not have a contact that lives in that caravan park, and hence why I kind of know what I'm talking about now. That's the thing about being the captain and being in the media for 14 years. You tend to make friends in different spots. If I want to find you, I'll find you. But that was his thing. He was and this poor librarian Esquire was doing her best to say, just, will you fuck off? Without saying fuck off to him. She's like, you can't do it.
That's honestly the hardest part.
Yeah.
It's just, you're a fuckwit.
Yeah.
Get out.
I really want to be throat punching you right now. Like that.
Farting people.
Yeah. I think throat punching you to the point where you pass out would be a very fun pastime activity for me. However, I am at work, so I'm going to have to keep it professional. But it's amazing. Then, you know, the boys in blue rock up every single time to these fraud auditors, and immediately, the American auditors would at least try and stand toe-to-toe for a bit. Like, no. And then they sort of wander off, and then they get tased or belted or cuffed or, you know, hopefully stomped. And Australian fraud auditors, they're kind of learned, like they're evolving. They've watched a lot of mistakes that American fraud auditors have made and gone, if I just run away from the police, I'm going to get in trouble. So they try that, but then they forget that there's other police officers that normally come, and then they run into them instead. But by that stage, they're out of the building. And Alex was like, what are you going to do? Oh, arrest me if I walk in there? And they're like, yeah, that's exactly right. You're spot on. That's exactly what we're going to do. And he goes,
Pack it up, it's been rumbled.
yeah. He's like, oh, well, I don't consent to that. And he toddles in like a complete and utter fucking brain dead idiot. It's like if he was anally probed by an alien, he'd have no fucking brains left. Like, they'd just take the remainder of the bit of brain that he had in his ass. And he'd walk in there, and immediately, like, the coppers follow him. Like, they're like half a step behind him. Whoa, holy shit. Hang on a minute. Wait, directly below me. Ready? Where is it? Come on. Turn up. It will turn up. Yes. So the coppers are like literally half a step behind him, and then all of a sudden they're like, you're under arrest. And he's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, no, you are. We told you you will be. And he acts all surprised. Like, how did I get arrested?
What if I'd clearly not done anything wrong?
Yeah. Thank you for that payment, Cray. Oh, there it is. There it is. It took a minute. It just turned up there.
Yeah.
Cray donated $20 through the super chat because he's representing the craft beer pretty boys.
Good boy. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So Jade's just popped up in the chat as well, saying she had a fuckwit snowflake as a principal at a primary school who accused her of taking pictures of school kids on her phone that didn't have a camera on.
That's right. Yeah, she didn't actually have a phone camera at the time. So just goes to show. Maybe that principal wanted to be a subtard. He's like, I want to get out there and, you know, take photos and stuff.
Photos and stuff of my school kids.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. That's perfectly normal activity.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't done that? The thing that gets me is I didn't know that this was actually through the researching these videos. I was watching in our last one, Freeman that was arrested and brought in front of the court. That's our last video on the channel. When they were stomping his brains in, which I must admit was a piece of cinematic masterpiece. Absolutely fantastic. It's like it was directed by Michael Bay. Loved every minute of it. 10 out of 10. And the copper says to the young lady that's filming him, hey, fuck off with that camera, because you're not allowed to be filming it. And she's like, I know my rights! Ah! And she's filming away. And he's like, well, obviously you don't, because you don't actually have the right to do that. And again, it comes down to the police can actually request or even enforce in public you recording an interaction that has nothing to do with you if it's part of their operational activities or they're in the midst of an arrest. Now, if you're the one getting your brain stomped, different story. Record to your heart's content, because the coppers are going to take the footage and have a good old laugh back out down at the station. Possibly put you up on their own internal YouTube channel for them to have a really, really good laugh at. But But if you're in the public, you can't just like if you're getting your brain stomped in, Esquire, like it's known to happen with you. Yeah, it's like a Thursday afternoon for you. And I was there with my camera. The policeman can go, "Hey, fuck off with your camera," and I'll have to go, "Yeah, all right, fair enough, no worries," and I'll put it away. Because if I keep going, then they can take my phone away from me forever. Like I won't get it back.
So then you just go the complete opposite way. You just sit there or watch it all, but use your phone for good. Play the theme for Cops in the background.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a genuine goal I want to do at some stage. Be in a scenario where someone's either getting arrested or something like this is happening, and I'm near a PA system where I can play the theme from Cops. Because I reckon they get a laugh.
Oh, absolutely. Go look. Let me film it, and I'll send it to you. G'day, Cheeky Muggy. He's on a lunch break, so he's getting a chance to have a look at something stupid.
Right.
Look, what time is it? What I reckon we should do, Mr. Esquire, if you're up for it, I think we go to a bit of a break. We'll do a bit of a musical interlude, as the kids call it. And when we come back from said musical interlude, why don't we do the old-fashioned question time?
Sounds like we're actually on time for a change.
Oh, I know. It's a bit of a rarity.
That's rare.
Yeah, a bit of a rarity. Hang around, especially if you're coming over from our Sovereign Citizen videos and stuff and you're watching the live stream for the very first time. Hang about. We're going to do a bit of question time. We've got 2 questions up. You can feel free to answer those questions in the YouTube chat and we can read out your answers as well. So come back just after this. Don't go anywhere. It's a bit of, I don't even know where to light it up. I think it's, I don't know, the Insane Clown Posse or something. I don't know. We'll be back just after this. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to the Nightcap Question Time. Question Time.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, welcome back to the Nightcap. We are coming live, literally around the world. We've got people watching from everywhere tonight, which is fantastic. And joining us in the YouTube, not the YouTube, inside the Facebook chat, the Nightcap Nation chat. Secret Agent Ness and Parking Nick have finished their work with the CIA and managed to make their way back to what they claim is their homestead. However, I think they've been replaced with CIA operatives. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, and it's most likely that I am. But until such time that someone proves to me that Parking Nick and Secret Agent Ness are not CIA operatives, I'm going to believe that. Because that's my right, and I don't consent to this conversation.
Now the fun part is you spend the next week trying to work out what their activation words are.
I think hot dog is one of them.
The purple monkey dishwasher.
Fuck, now I'm activated. In my pants. So welcome back to the show, and if you are new to the program, like a lot of our wonderful people that are chilling out on the YouTube chat, this is called the Question Time. This is exactly how it works. On our Nightcap Nation Facebook group, join now. You'll find questions 1 and 2 on the board. They've been up for about 24 hours, and the great people that reside inside the Nightcap Nation Facebook group have answered the questions over the last 24 hours. Now here on this show, right, on this particular show, I'm going to ask the question one by one, and then maybe another. Two will do. I'll ask the question. Esquire, I'm going to get you to give an answer. I'll give an answer, and then we'll get like everyone to vote who gave the best answers over the 2 questions. What do you reckon?
Guess that'll have to do. Gives me another shot at the belt, which is, it's been a long time, but
the belt's way out there. I'm gonna have to go digging for it.
You mean it's not at mine?
Yeah.
You mean I still haven't got it?
Yeah, it's not there anymore. You might hear a double ding, means that an answer has been accepted, and we're just gonna keep on trucking on through. Or you might hear this. Oh. And like standing in the rain at a police station, I too will not contract with them.
So is the bell broken? Because I didn't get the bell.
The bell, that's it.
I didn't hear it.
You hear it? Did you hear it then?
No.
Wake up. It's there. Everyone else can hear it.
Go on. Love it.
And what did I say? Yes, there is a Facebook chat. Patrick, if you go to the Nightcap Nation on Facebook, it's all 4 different words. Hit the join now button. We can whack you through into the Nightcap Nation Facebook group. And then if you want to join the chat, we can add you to an ongoing live chat in there as well. Or you can chill out here on YouTube. It doesn't really matter as well. Yes, yeah, Facebook. Yeah, I know. I'm in the boomer period. D-Generation X, baby. That's me.
Break it down.
Break it down. Once Esquire and I have given an answers, we then will read what the nation, which includes you guys, that's your name, the nation, had to say. So, if you are new to the show, that's what we call all you wonderful people. Instead of saying, oh, the guys over here and the guys and girls over here, and you're just referred to as the nation, and you're part of the Nightcap Nation now. Congratulations. Pick up your shirt on the exits.
You're in the mail.
Yeah. Oh, you found it, apparently. Yeah, we are in there somewhere. Feel free to press the button. There's buttons and stuff. So, Esquire.
Cap.
Are you ready to play?
Question time.
All right, let's do it. Let me press this button. I have buttons here. We'll press this button.
Question 1. Question 1. 1.
Okay, question number 1. Not to be confused with question number 2. This is question number 1. It comes before 2 for those that are not what's the word I'm thinking of here, Esquire? Not good with numbers.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. There it is. I'm going to add our mate Patrick. He can come and hang out in there as well. Chuck those answers in for chuck your answers up there as well, Patrick, and and then I can send you a request and you can come and chill out in the other chat if you want. Question number 1. Esquire, riddle me this, good sir, if you will. What shouldn't you, or anyone really, own a collection of?
Parking.
Parking. Oh, hang on. No. What's your name?
What they do have a collection of is various parking fines, court summons, and because I'm a sovereign citizen and I don't consent to receiving such information.
That makes perfect sense, really.
Well, exactly, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's probably not the smartest thing to own a collection of. But it works on a few levels there, you sovereign tard. Someone goes, oh, I don't like the name Sovtards, it's a bit offensive. Fuck you!
If you can think of a better name, go ahead.
That's my reply to that. Fuck you!
Gonna say Sovtard works better than what? Sov fuckwit.
Yeah.
Sov halfwit.
Someone, what was the one I read the other day? A sovereign citiate. I like that one. So idiot and sovereign citizen. So sovereign citiate.
Yep.
So that works. What shouldn't you own what shouldn't you own a collection of? My one with this, my answer to this one is very, very simple. You shouldn't own a collection of Polaroid pictures of all the people that you've fucked and then the birth control that you used on your wall.
What, you mean the Wall of Champions?
The Wall of Champions. Yeah, I don't think that, if you're going to do it, don't display it. Something. Yeah, don't have it at the door of your house.
Right.
Yeah, she was good.
It's going to be a big wall, mate.
This lady did good when she first got here. You, not so much.
Captain says a picture of his right hand.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. That's all my conquests right there. I might have to go to Bang Homes in Victoria and catch up with Alex. All right, so that's our 2 answers. Let us know who won question number 1. So it's either a collection of all your Sovtardy stuff that Esquire collects, or you shouldn't collect Polaroids with birth control next to it. So it doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl. I'll whack the whole word there up. So it can be, a packet of DOMs or whatever.
Wait, cat in the chat. There is a cat in the chat.
There's a cat in the chat. Why is there a cat in the chat? Oh, there is a cat in the chat.
There's a cat in the chat.
I still think that cat's a CIA operative as well.
Wearing a hat.
Yeah. There you go. If you put the photos in a cupboard, it's hard to explain to the police. Yeah, that's a fair point. G'day to Cheech, chilling out in the other chat as well. Mr. Esquire.
Captain.
Shall we see what the nation
has to say?
All right, let's just jump straight in, because leading the charge tonight, what shouldn't you own a collection of? 2 dads reckons private letters from Hitler addressed to you, with your name on it.
That's a fair point. Well, it's illegal to sell it now.
Not illegal to collect it.
Illegal to sell it at auction. That was passed as recently, wasn't it, surprisingly?
I think it is, yeah. In Australia, that is.
In Australia, I should say.
In the States, knock yourselves out.
Just got to get past the import.
Yeah.
Getting it imported.
I heard that if you join the Nazi Party in America, you get a free tiki torch. That's something I learned. Could be wrong, but prove me wrong. 100% of captain's surveys.
Someone joined just so we can prove it.
Yeah. Mr. Wizard, love darts. Also known as Geosibelium? Shooting darts? Or just darts? It's a sharp, I don't even know how to pronounce half these words. They did this on purpose, didn't they?
Oh no, I've done it on purpose in the past.
Yeah. Something to do with land snails and slugs create. Love darts are both formed and stored internally in the dart sac. There you go.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah. No, I didn't learn anything new yesterday. Caddyshack reckons strangers' teeth. Yeah, that's
Depends
a bit of a
on
hard one.
Depends on how you collect them.
Yeah.
Steal them from kids. Put them under the pillow. Rich kids' pillows.
That's
Tooth fairy comes. Profit.
Works for me. That's why I had kids, just so I can take their teeth, because I get really low on funds at the end of the week. So I'm like, if I just knock another tooth out, there's $2.
That's $2.
And that's why I'll start just knocking into the soft tarts, take their teeth. Although God did that for us for most of them.
Most of them don't have teeth, so
yes, yeah, they're
already once ahead of the plan. Problem is, they're knocking out their own teeth.
Yeah. Say no to meth, kids. Well, say no to a lot of meth.
Say no.
Yeah. A little bit of meth is okay. Caveman reckons murder weapons.
No, enough. Don't need evidence.
No. Hang on, our streaming. Oh, there we go. We're back up again. So our streaming sort of dropped out there for a sec, but come on, internet, do your thing. Shh, silly internet. Next up, we've got Cray Ray. Cray Ray reckons painted toenails from the hookers that are still missing.
I can say they're all hookers when they're dead.
You know how to make a hormone? Kick her in the guts.
Ding ding.
I reckon just toenails in general would probably be a weird thing to have a collection of.
Is he painting the toenails after taking them, or he painted them beforehand, or they just come in pre-painted?
No, you'd be
glitter and shame.
You would be really silly to paint them while they're still alive. Like, they might think you're weird.
Well, it could be a whole Buffalo Bill situation going on.
Yeah, well, this is very true.
Instead of it rubs the lotion on the skin, it paints the toenails.
It can rub its lotion on my skin. Now, our silly internet is just being silly again for some reason. Let me just fix that up. Geez, I tell you what, you hire a tech division, they can't even do the tech right. Whoa! Someone just subscribed. Thank you, Nerdy Girl Jen.
Nerdy Girl Jen.
Nerdy Girl's Jen World has just subscribed to the channel. I'm not sure if she's watching, but hey, welcome to this. Welcome if you are. McDowell reckons blow up dolls. No. If poor old Esquire wouldn't have a girlfriend if he wasn't allowed to have a collection of them. It's like having an orgy when there's 5 or 6 of them.
Depends on if they're used or not. You go first or you go last.
I bought an Afghani blow-up doll the other day. I was fucking well and truly frightened when I brought it home. You wouldn't believe it, Esquire. Blew itself up.
That reminds me of probably one of the best ledges I've ever heard out of in all places on a golf course.
Mm.
Down at the Portsea Pro-Am, of all places.
Oh, yeah, we all know that one.
Because craft beer everywhere has its perks of being a part of high society.
Of course.
There's a couple of guys set up on one of the greens, esky full of beers, there all day. One of the pros comes down, and one of the guys just yelling something, God knows what. The pro, I can't remember who it was, turned around and just goes, you better save your breath for blow up your date tonight.
That was in one of my videos.
They were quiet all night for the rest of the day.
I had a blow up doll, but inflation gave me asthma. That was old Rodney Reed. I had a blow up doll, but inflation gave me asthma. I went white as a ghost. I look like fucking Casper.
Oh. There's the other Rodney Reed joke about Uncle Ish in Goulburn prison.
Mm.
Had to share the same blow up doll with 47 other guys. He always went last to save money on lube.
Oh, there you go. Bomber's dad was the pro at Portsea. There you go.
There you go.
US Marshal, who's a Hall of Famer, uncashed paychecks. I was going through some of our boxes the other day, and I noticed I still had some currency when I lived in America, and so I had $34 in notes and change. And I thought, well, I'm thinking to myself, that was a hell of a good investment, because when I had it, the Australian dollar was doing really well. So, I could get more for it now than I could 10, 20 years ago. So it was a pretty good investment to hold on to.
That was nearly as bad as when I went to the UK, I came back, had a bit of UK currency on a couple of pounds. Because it's from the Bank of Northern Ireland, the person in the exchange didn't know what it was.
No.
So it's like, there's no Irish pound, because it just says Bank of Ireland. I'm just like, come from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, the next one up.
The
one that you don't own.
Pound, not euro.
Yeah. The one that doesn't like you. No, the other country that doesn't like you.
One that likes the English.
Yeah. Jody Girl reckons use condoms. Probably not a good thing to collect.
Keep them in the freezer. You never know.
Suck them down for a cold one after the end of the good day. You know what I mean? Parkin reckons evidence that might be used against you in a court of law.
That's just, once again, just common sense.
Yeah.
You don't keep the weapon with you.
Well, as we learnt, not that long ago, that to say that you don't consent, you won't have a problem.
I wasn't there. I don't consent to you. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you're on about, your worship.
What about?
Secret Agent S, sexually transmitted diseases. Probably shouldn't collect that.
Got to catch them all.
Got to catch them all. Pokemon of the sex world. Cheech reckons restraining orders. Probably shouldn't collect them.
Well, the captain has them all framed on his wall.
I was going to say, I've currently got 2. Not against me, against other people.
Because that's Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker is one. Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker, because she tried to drag me into a stable. I'm like, I'm not doing it. She's trying to get me in a stable relationship, Esquire. Boom. And the king. It's getting sick of him calling me. Help me! They think I murdered my wife. I'm like, you did. Celestial reckons pubes. Shouldn't collect your pubes.
No king shaming?
No king shaming here.
King shaming here.
Kimatron reckons heads in your fridge. That's
Abby's in there at the moment.
Yeah. And then Patrick's jumped in with put him in your garden. It works for him. Yeah, it's very cool. Speaking of Patrick,
personally, but
speaking about Patrick, he's put an answer up. Patrick's answer is small animals with large testicles. Probably a strange collection. That's why I'm not allowed to be a taxidermist anymore. That's all I did, is like that someone would give me a squirrel and I'd fill the squirrel up and go, you know what this squirrel needs? Big balls.
Balls.
Yeah, big fucking testicles. There you go, love. It was a girl. Well, now it's a boy.
Yeah, it's a boy.
That will be $84, please.
Can I get that in cash, please? Because I don't trust the banks.
And I don't consent any longer to this in this transaction. All right. Well, that's question 1 in the bag. What do you reckon, Mr. Esquire? We go to another quick music, and then we'll come back from said music. Question number 2.
Question 2.
Yeah.
That's next in.
That I understand that if I was conducting some kind of list that was set off, with numbers, this would be the second one on the list.
Your counting's getting much better.
I know. Like
homeschool is really coming along.
We had to drop question 3 because I forgot where that fitted. But since we knocked it back to 2, I've had a 50-50 chance of being right.
Right. I like those odds.
It's pretty good odds for me. We'll be back just after this. Don't go anywhere. A bit of music for you now. This is 2 comedians, one from America, one from Australia. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back just after this. Here's a bit of Stephen Lynch, followed by a bit of Cole Elliott. Back after this.
woods of northern Michigan he made his home. Didn't ask much from the world, just wanted to be alone. He got his first real blade at 13, that's when it all began. Soon the creatures of the forest called him Whittly Man. Yeah, he whittled all day and he whittled all night. He whittled everything inside. He whittled on a stick and he whittled on a shoe. And if you come too close, gonna whittle you too. Keep a safe distance if you can, 'cause you're never safe around Whittling Man. Had a stump to sit on, had some wood, had his trusty knife. Whittled out a house, a car, and he whittled himself a wife. Such a beautiful wife, whittled out 4 kids, a swimming pool and a big Learjet. And so he wouldn't be saved by the bell, well he whittled a TV set. Yeah, he whittled if it's light and he whittled if it's dark, and if no one was around, well he whittled him an arc. He whittled something new and he whittled something old, whittled something hot and he whittled something rather chilly. Keep a safe distance if you can, 'cause you're never safe around Whittling Man. Break it down. Some say Whittling Man's a genius, still others say he's just dumb. He's whittled off a foot and ear, 3 fingers and his left thumb. Boy, is he dumb, that won't stop him, no it won't. He'll whittle through thick and thin. Once he's whittled everything, he'll just whittle it all again. Yeah, he whittle if it's white and he whittle if it's black, and he whittle on a duck till the duck can't quack. He'll whittle if it's dry and he whittle if it's juicy. Whittle on Desi and he whittle on Lucy. Whittle JFK and he whittle Jackie O. Whittle on Larry and Curly and Bo. And he whittle Frank Zappa and he whittle till the core. Whittle, whittle, whittle till he can't no more. Whittle shampoo and he whittle on Charles. Whittle Easter Bunny and he whittle Santa Claus. He'll whittle, whittle, whittle just fast he can. Whittle Lily Daddies, Whittling Man.
Started thinking about how I feel about me. This is a song about my creation. Well, I started out on the starting blocks with 1 billion other spurs. I swam like Kieran Perkins through all those twists and turns. I banged my head in that little egg, and the result is what you see. Mum thought she just had gutsache, but they sent her home with me. So I guess it was a long shot that I got born at all. God didn't make me a handsome man, he didn't make me tall. But the fact that I got here at all is a blessing, not a curse. And I'm satisfied how I turned out. I mean, it could have been much worse. Of course, I wish my dick was bigger. It'd be a source of pride. But 3 inches is 3 inches. Not long, we're talking wide. They say it's not the size that counts, they say that it's technique. Just ask the wife, she went off last night, nearly dropped a TV week. But I'm making the best of what I got. As long as I got some of it, mate, I don't need the lot. Well, life is what you make it, you gotta give it your best shot. And I'm making the best of what I got. Because I wish my dick was bigger. There I go again. Well, I'd probably rate a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, just a little bit longer. Could you imagine that? Oh, talk about urinate. You're a 10 if you siphon back. Anthropology books will tell you that Negroes have the edge on dongs. So I rang up Magic Johnson to see how I could get mine along. He said, what we do is tie a brick on the end and jog around the track. Well, it half worked. It didn't get longer, but it's definitely turning black. But I'm how long as I got some of it, I don't need the lot. Well, life is what you make. I wonder why no one ever records my song. Of course, I wish my dick was bigger. Did I mention that? Oh, nothing too outrageous, just somewhere to hang me hat. Well, I pray each night for a miracle. Oh, I don't think that's a sin. But it'd be nice to hear, gee, that's big there instead of, is it in? Gosh, I wish my dick was bigger. Hey, didn't I just say that? One that requires both my hands so I won't strain me back. One I ain't embarrassed by when I go to the men's. Because if I use 4 fingers now, I'd piss on 3 of them. Shut up, I'm not finished. Of course I wish my dick was bigger. Did I say that before? Well, I only want 4 inches off the floor. I can see myself in the men's room just standing in that line. Yeah, they'd be shaking theirs, and Jesus, I'd be kicking mine.
Question 2.
Oh, yes, welcome back to the Nightcap. We are coming to you live around the world. Hello to Mia, also joining us in the chat now. English is not her first language. However, her father apparently was enjoying Cole Elliott. And as you should, Cole Elliott is a damn legend here in Australia. And if you had heard the teaser that came up about 3 weeks ago on our channel, you would have heard the song called Sovereign Sits. That was written by both Cole and myself, and we took it down because we wanted to refine it just a little bit, so that will be back up in the next maybe couple of days because we want to do a little film clip to go with it as well. So it's all redone, it's all re-recorded, and it's going to be really good. Apologies to Sherbet, I did miss your answer. Didn't mean to, but for the question number 1, where he what is the strangest thing to collect? He reckons used Ouija boards is a weird one to collect.
It's like all the evil's being Ouija'd out of them.
Yeah, you've got to ring the evil, and job's right after that.
But again, we Ouija'd.
Yeah. And Lawler put in the YouTube chat photos of little Johnny Howard and Pauline Hanson. It's a weird thing to collect as well. So there you go.
I've got a couple of Pauline Hanson I can send you.
Yeah, I think we've all got photos of Pauline somewhere in our library. And in case everyone's wondering, no, that's not Parking Nick or Secret Agent S. They are currently on assignment with the CIA. I'm not sure what their mission involves, but I'm pretty sure it's to do with hunting and killing Osama bin Laden.
It's a tough job, but someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it. He's been missing for so long now, and his library books are overdue.
Someone's got to get those DVD returns in.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that's what they're currently up to. I could be wrong. Possibly am. All right, Esquire.
Hunting down on behalf of Blockbuster.
Yeah. Welcome back to Cheech. All right, here you go. Question number 2. Esquire, riddle me this. And then people can vote whether you have the best answer or I have the best answer. Here we go. Question 2. What was all the rage, but now isn't?
Shockingly, Jack of Spades.
Oh, you've been Jack of Spades!
Can't get that one too close to the camera because we'll get age restricted. But
that's a nudie card.
special for tonight. I'll chuck it in the chat for you.
There you go. Get it in there.
See, more reason to join the Facebook chat.
That's it. Can't put that on the YouTube chat. We'll get arrested.
Security cards.
Hey, big thank you to everybody that's currently watching the show and has been watching the show. I've noticed our numbers have been going up and down, up and down, up and down, which is absolutely fantastic. And we've lost 0 subscribers, which is always good when you do shows like this because people come and watch the Sovtard and Fraudita videos, may not necessarily like the comedy variety show, but those that do, and they like both, hey, well done. Welcome back to the program.
It's good to know I'm not driving people away.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. I was going to blame it on you if worse came to worse there. So
everyone else does.
Yeah, well, it's a good reason. You're a fucking frauditor.
Yes.
A sovereign frauditor citizen.
Sovereign frauditor citizen.
Hitler.
Apache helicopter.
Yeah, let's see. All right. Jack of Spades, this is a good one. What was all the rage but now isn't? I'm gonna have to just give you the belt for that. I'll give you the belt for that. Why not? What was all the rage but now isn't? I'm gonna go with Parking Nick. He was big in the 70s, big in the 80s, big in the 90s.
Someone had to dance on the Berlin Wall when they tore it down.
He was there. He was there, dick out. He had his dick out and everything.
He was operating the crane for David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. Swinging the big knob, knocking down the wall. That was what Parkin was up to.
Bursting through it Kool-Aid Man style.
Let's just jump straight in and see what the nation
has to say.
Why not? Leading the charge this evening. The interaction is the selling part. Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much, Lola. And this is your second week watching the show, I think. So, welcome. Thank you for being part of it. I really do. Okay, leading the charge. What was all the rage? But now isn't Babylon Brooks. She reckons Galaxy leggings. I remember these. Did you ever see the old Galaxy leggings in your lifetime, young Esquire?
No. I can't remember it. I mean, probably, but just completely oblivious.
They were pretty much a set of leggings that had the Galaxy on.
I wasn't looking what was on it. I was looking what was in it.
Checking out that old camel tie. Camel toe Annie. Camel toe Annie. That's a song about Camel toe Annie. I'm not sure if that... not sure if you knew that song. Apparently Parkin is a man of the ages. He certainly is. And he's still relevant. Of course he is. Otherwise you wouldn't be working for the CIA. So they tell me. 2 Days reckons being a male or female used to be all the rage. Now apparently isn't.
Not so much.
Not so much.
As someone that identifies once again as an Apache helicopter.
You're probably the best looking Apache helicopter I've seen tonight. And I've seen three.
That was a discussion earlier, I mean, a while ago with someone, but I think it may have been you and me. It was literally just, what TV shows couldn't you bring back?
Mm.
And Battle of the Sexes.
Yeah, couldn't do it anymore. It would be like 6 hours long.
Them versus the Apache helicopters. There'd just be a different round every week.
Yeah. Just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. I want to see The Bachelor where they just have one guy and then just 28 people that identify as women, just to see how that goes.
I wanted to do something like that, but have The Bachelor, but it's two dwarves on stilts.
On top of each other.
And that's like the shock reveal at the end of the series.
It's two people.
It's just two people.
Yeah, it's like on that, Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire? And he goes, I just want to let you know that he doesn't own his own island. In fact, Millionaire Island is actually a peninsula.
There was one like that where this lady was convinced.
Joe Millionaire.
Yeah, Joe Millionaire. He's so rich, he rented out the Eiffel Tower for us for a date. He's just standing there just like, It was raining. We were the only people dumb enough to go.
Mr. Wesson reckons 80 leg warmers were all the rage, but now aren't. I'll wear one on my my furry little friend. Some of us have to.
That's a small warmer.
Yeah, it's only tiny. Yeah. Die Hook reckons Tamagotchis were all the rage, now aren't.
I absolutely had a Tamagotchi.
You know what? You know the Fitbit that people wear? That's the modern day Tamagotchi, except for the small stupid animal that you're trying to keep alive is yourself.
It's actually very true.
Yeah. Like, fuck, I have to feed it.
What do you mean I have to exercise?
Yeah, this is bullshit. Oh, that's why I don't wear Fitbits and stuff.
7 miles and I haven't left bed.
Yeah. That's why I'm not allowed to wear a Fitbit. I asked my doctor about it. It's like, should I wear a Fitbit? And he goes, mate, if you put a Fitbit on, we're going to keep getting fucking calls from the emergency department stating I think your client is dead. He hasn't moved in 46 hours. I think he's dead. No. He's just really lazy.
Somebody get the stick.
Caddyshack reckons all the rage now is respect.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. That and a simple please and thank you as well.
Yeah, simple please and thank you.
Incredibly difficult.
Lula reckons, I'm going back to the leggings comment, I'm guessing, is more a black hole sucks things in and never gives it back. Yeah. Yeah, respect is gone. I don't know. I like Aretha Franklin as much as the next person, but I don't know. Respect was played out. It's the only song people think that she sings, but she sings so many other songs. Like, you know, that's that other song she sings.
Well, the other song.
Yeah, and not the Respect, the other one. The other one. Yeah, she sings that. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Respect was all the rage. Sort of died off after the Blues Brothers movie. Is that the Respect she's talking about? Or?
Surely.
Has to be. Wood. Pretty much anything that came out of a cereal box or a packet of chips. She's looking at Pogs. Oh, Pogs were the fucking shit. We were talking about Pogs last show.
That and Tarzos.
Tarzos, love Tarzos. Secret Agent Ness loves Tarzos because you can join them together so you don't lose them. Do you know what the big Pog was called, young man?
That was a slammer, wasn't it?
It was the Slammer, yes! Extra points. It was the Slammer. What about marbles? Do people still play marbles?
People would just give me bags of chips.
Yeah.
That was just one of Tarzos and Pogs.
I fucking love Tarzos. I got a Frodo Frog yo-yo still somewhere in this house that I got out of a packet of Frodo Frogs in, it must have been about 94, 95, around that time when yo-yos were big again. I got it around that time. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the greatest thing I've ever owned. You know, everyone else was walking around with the Coca-Cola ones and doing all these spinny tricks. Mine was a piece of string and connected to a chunk of plastic that did fuck all apart from go down and maybe, if you're lucky, back up.
So that was all yo-yos to me, so...
Mate, the fact that just get a fucking yo-yo. Stop being an idiot. Get a yo-yo today.
Yo-yo.
In fact, I'm gonna ring our mates at Mother and go, fucking get on it. We need Mother yo-yos.
Mother yo-yos, done. That'd be $300,000, thank you.
Yeah, I think I deserve everything that comes with that. Every bit of fucking yo-yo.
Send an email as we speak.
Yep. Gonna just do that right now. Jamie Davis. Love Jamie Davis. Jamie Davis is a great, talented musician from Tasmania who does a lot of work with Cole Elliott. Strangely enough, his answer is fucking yo-yos. How funny is that? Didn't even see that answer until then.
See as per above for response.
Yeah. Hey, fucking yo-yos. I reckon Jamie Davis needs Jamie Davis yo-yos. I'll buy one of them. Why not? I think I've got some Jamie Davis CDs here, actually. I should give one away. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. Here's some I prepared earlier. Jamie Davis's greatest hits. Look at them. Count them. 2.
2?
I did have 3, but I can't remember what the third one looked like.
Third one's in his car.
Yeah. There you go. I should give one of them away. They're fucking awesome. You're not having my ones.
You'll get a pirate, a bird copy.
You'll get a bird copy, like a USB stick or something.
Yeah.
Stormageddon reckons Rage, which was a TV show. Is it still a TV show here in Australia? It was a music TV show.
Definitely feel like it still is.
It should be.
Like, you're not sitting up all night watching film clips.
Yeah.
On a big screen. You did it on your phone.
Yeah. We didn't have a phone back then. You could only watch it on the fucking big screen. McDowell reckons face off pants. What's a face off pants?
You mean like the movie?
I don't know.
With Nicolas Cage on like one leg and whoever the other actor was who's eluding me at the moment. And they swapped. And they swap on the back or something like that?
Oh, maybe. Or are we talking about maybe is it the the breakaway pants like Adidas and Puma and shit used to have, and it had the buttons down the legs, and you could just
I was gonna say like the Chippendale pants.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Yeah.
The Jamie Dury specials.
The Jamie Dury specials. Actually, Kimatron has a photo of her and Jamie Dury when he was working for I don't know, fucking Men at Work or whatever they were called.
Oh. Manpower, that's it.
Manpower.
I
Manpower.
know.
Hananan. There you go, there's the name. Dan Andrews was all the rage. Now not so much.
He was all the rage when he fell down the flight of stairs.
Yeah. Well,
He was in a rage.
Crowder reckons Napster. Used to love Napster.
Once again, one of those before my times.
Yeah. Oh man, Napster was the best. Thank you, Metallica. Jesus. Napster was like LimeWire for those that
LimeWire, that's it.
Yeah, for those that remember LimeWire, and for those that don't know what LimeWire is, it's like downloading musical content but without paying for it. It was awesome. But yeah, Napster led the way, and then Metallica sort of cracked the shits and went, "Oh, that's our money."
I like money.
Yeah, I need more of it. They said.
As it said, if given the chance, Lars Ulrich will sue you and everybody you love.
Yeah, and even people that are acquainted with you. Even people that you may have passed on the way to the courthouse. He'll sue them too.
Courthouse.
He'll sue them fuckers too. I reckon Lars would be a sovereign citizen or a frauditor given the opportunity. If he didn't work for Metallica, I reckon he'd be out bothering motherfuckers at post office. I reckon, without doubt.
But it's the team just going, yeah.
Yeah! Yeah, well, that's James Hetfield. He's just happy to agree with everything Lars says. What do you reckon? Should we go in there and cause all the trouble and have a look at Poster 7? Yeah! There you go. Dan Andrews is giving Secret Agent S a lot of rage. Giving me a rage boner.
No, that was Brett Sutton.
Brett Sutton, yeah, he's giving me a rage boner too. I tell you what used to be all the rage. That's live, but now is it? I'll show you. I have to plug it in and show you. I've got it right here. These used to be all the rage. I found my one and tried to get it working for tonight, but it didn't want to work for me. But it was these fucking things. These fucking bar signs and stuff.
Still a couple floating around in Rosebud.
Is it really?
I know there's one that's like on a fish and chip shop that's just an open sign.
I've got one of them, but this is the bar one. Everyone wanted the bar one. They used to be all the rage.
The higher sophistication, mate.
Yeah. I was going to put it up on the wall, but it sort of drowned out everything else that was going on around me. So I thought, oh, we don't have that. Dre, Pokemon Go.
100%. I was very much Pokemon Go when it first came out.
Yeah.
Jumping fences, breaking into places,
smashing bitches.
Got to get that Squirtle.
That's what I call my wife. I've got to be careful, she might hear me.
Hold me outside.
Let me put that earbud in. Okay, next one. U.S. Marshal, the Hall of Famer himself. Small family-owned farms used to be all the rage, but now not so much.
They're all big families now.
Yep, and they don't hire chainsaws. So they tell me. I would love a farm. Actually, I've come up with a thing that I'm going to do. If anything ever happens in, we have to flee the town, which being married to the captain or even just being the captain is a very high chance that it's going to happen. I'm going to get run out of town by sovtards and frauditors of Australia soon, so I'm going to have to go into hiding. And I figured I might just go and move in onto US Marshal's farm, because he's got quite a big farm, and I reckon I could build a small log cabin down the back of his yard there, and I'll be fine.
So I already see one small problem with that.
What's that?
Get US Marshal to build you a small log.
Well, that would be the thing, yeah.
That's the only caveat.
Yeah, I'm sure, because there's an Amish community not far away. If I just ring a bell or something, they'll come running, don't they?
Just grow the beard.
Grow the beard in. If you reside in the United States and are currently watching this show, and you know of anyone that's Amish, can you ask them if they could build me a log cabin if I have to go into hiding like Ted Kaczynski? Rest in peace, OG. No. I don't know. Fuck him. Right in the hell, you fuckhead. But yeah, no, if you know anyone that can build a log cabin, they don't have to be Amish. It will make the story more entertaining if they are, but they don't have to be.
Just as long as they don't do the electricity, it was set.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let them do the wiring. I'll find someone else for that.
Yeah. You can do that.
Secret Agent Nats reckons covering your mouth when coughing. That is a...
Well, we all wear face masks now. Doesn't everybody still wear a face mask?
Yes. What?
Don't need to cover your mouth when you cough. We're wearing one of the old nightcap face masks that we had.
Yeah. Oh, the buffs. Yeah.
The buffs.
Yeah.
Not mine floating around here somewhere.
I only wear mine when I'm throat punching a Sovtard in the face.
I slowly turning the nightcap logo into the new Southern Cross.
Yeah. People are getting it tattooed on their shoulders.
People get it tattooed in their arms.
Yeah, their parking records rowdy.
Rowdy is still all rage.
He still is the
He's
rage.
just not allowed to rage on a public forum.
He's just not allowed to be around public in general. End of list.
Public.
Sherbert reckons slap bands. Normally cut out of, the cut up tape measures. That, yeah. I remember.
And everyone's still mind blown that they're just old measuring tapes.
Yep.
Like, still getting views and all that online. It's still, it's like, it's been that for forever.
Yeah. Still really cool.
Hmm.
Jetta Girl reckons flared jeans.
Captain still rocks.
Yeah. I wear Ric Flair jeans.
Ric Flair doesn't wear jeans.
They do. I wear Ric Flair jeans because as I walk, it goes, woo! 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 Cheech reckons parachute pants. Stop. Hammer time.
How much money does the nightcap have to raise to get you to do that dance?
Well, enough for a new spine because there's no chance I'd be able to do it without that.
But it would make a good story.
It would. How did you die? That's just my phone.
So, he died doing what he loved best. Doing hammer time.
Doing hammer time. Punching frauditors in the face.
Punching frauditors whilst doing hammer time.
Yeah, whilst doing hammer time. Celestial reckons punks and mohawks. I'm actually cutting my mohawk back in when my hair grows back out. That's why I'm growing my hair back out. So I can cut mine back in.
Gotta say, ever since you got rid of yours.
Yeah, it became less fashionable. I brought them back there for a bit. I should have fucking walked around with a yo-yo. That's what I'll do next time. I'll grow my mohawk in and walk around with a yo-yo, chewing Hubba Bubba.
Playing Pokemon Go.
Playing Pokemon Go. I don't know what a Pokemon Go is, but I'll give it a try. Doing hammer time.
Doing hammer time.
Kevin reckons Justin Bieber was all the rage. Now not so much.
Went the same way as everybody else. Just casually we're off the rails. Decided this plant pot looks like a good toilet.
Yeah.
I'll use this.
So I've always done it. That's why I got kicked out of a nightclub. I still think, Parkin keeps telling me I didn't, but I still reckon I got thrown out of the Exford because I took a piss on the jukebox. But he reckons that wasn't the case. But I pissed on someone's jukebox, and I don't remember what night it was.
Nothing that exciting.
Christine! What's this? Bubble Gummers? Bring back the days. What's Bubble Gummers?
Bubble gummers were stretch jeans that had
Stretch
lines
jeans.
down them, so that when you weren't wearing them, they were at this thin, and they put them on. Really, they were
Right.
like skinny
Okay.
jeans.
So like skinny jeans, but did some kind of optical illusion at the same time.
Yeah, they were like from the 80s.
Right. Okay. So they're an 80s set of skinny shit jeans that were an optical illusion when you took them off.
Not like jeggings.
Kind of like jeggings, Kimatron?
A bit like jeggings.
She says, "No, shut your fucking face."
And they're
I
still
had a
cool.
And they're still cool, she says.
I did not. I said I had a pair.
Oh, and she had a pair too. And she said, shut your fucking mouth. Patrick, no relation to Cole. Scott Morrison used to be all the rage. He still is. You just got to know which underpass in Sydney to go down. He does handouts, as in proper government handouts for $25 now.
Because he was the rage or he caused the rage?
Yeah, he gives me a raging. You know what I mean?
He raging at every job he had to take on.
I liked how he told all of Australia to stay home because he knew true well I was coming. In more than one way.
You're next year, your run for PMs next year, 2024?
2025.
2025.
2025.
Keep the dream alive.
Keep the dream alive. Oh, here we go. There's a set of these pants. There they are. Oh, yeah, I remember them. They give you an illusion like this is how you find the bummer hole. It's up this way.
Yeah, follow the line.
Follow the lines. That will take you straight to the glory land. Speaking about glory land, finishing up question number 2 for us, Patrick's again with STDs. We're all the rage. No, not so much.
Well, the STIs now.
Yeah.
They got rebranded.
Yeah, ever since they started curing everybody. Jerks. That was good planet control there at one stage. We're only 6 months away from sticking your penis into someone and exploding as a disease. But no, we had to go and fix modern medicine, didn't we?
Modern medicine does it again.
Thanks. Just got over polio.
Before we know it, the captain would be back in his iron lung.
Like, no, they were fucking comfy in there. I didn't even need it. It was just a good excuse to get out of school. No, I'm cured. Thanks very much. Yeah, no, it's amazing. They're like, what? You got cured from polio? I'm like, yeah, I walked it off.
See you in 6 months.
Yeah, just rub some dirt on it. I was fine.
Rub some dirt, bit of spit.
Yeah, everything was fine after that. That's, of course, the end of question number 2, which brings us to the end of question time. That's it. It's all over.
And we're almost on time.
We are. Doing really well time-wise. Although our the internet keeps fucking dropping in and out, but that's all right. It happens. It happens a bit.
Yeah, it happens. It wouldn't be a show if we didn't drop frames.
Ah, exactly right. Hey, big thank you to each and every one of you that have taken the time to watch the show, whether you've watched it live on replay or anything along those lines. We do appreciate it, especially if you've come over from our other videos to see what this show is all about. Thanks very much. Thank you for those that have returned from last week to come and be part of the show again, from Lawler's Corner, and Puma was in there for a bit. Mia was there as well, and Patrick, our new mate that's come in on Facebook as well, and Bomber and everybody, and all our wonderful people that normally chill out in the Facebook chat, from Jada Girl, the Rays, and Parking, and Secret Agent Nest. Hopefully their covert CIA mission comes to an end soon so they can return back to the screens, which would be great. But
definitely.
Also, big thank you there to Mr. Eskimo as well. He's, of course, from the Craft Beer Pretty Boys, representing him tonight. Big thank you, of course, Mr. Crowray. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for filling in. Oh, and Nana Bear was there as well all night. Thank you very much to Nana Bear.
Thank you, Captain. As I said, we haven't turned away any subscribers.
No, I just had a quick gander to see if we dropped any subscribers, because as I said, that's normally my indication of if the show's going all right or not. And we actually gained 3 new subscribers throughout the show, so fantastic. And so that's always a good thing. We're up to 8,200 subscribers on the Nightcap Nation YouTube channel, which is fantastic. And of course, we do this show every Friday night here on YouTube, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. And if there's any change to that, we normally let you know. So when we ever have daylight savings, we kick it over to them at that time. But at the moment, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So for those that have joined us all the way from the United States, from people from North Colorado that were here earlier tonight, thank you to all you guys. And thank you for all those that watch the Sovereign Citizens and Frauditor videos. So keep watching them. There will be more coming out tomorrow night. We're going to have tonight off from doing a video, but we'll have a new video up tomorrow night for you with that side of things. So if you haven't caught up with these week's episodes, now's your chance to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mr. Esquire, I know you're extremely nervous to do these shows, so big thank you to you, mate. I really do appreciate it. You've done us proud.
Thank you for having me on for a second time. Getting that face back in there.
That's it. It's your contract's once every 3 years, I remember reading. So, you know, contractually obliged to have you here tonight.
I'm off the hook for another 3 years.
And off the hook again for another 3 years. Join us next week. We've been trying to get Patrick Swayze on the show, but he hasn't been answering our calls. We'll see if we can get him for next week, though. Stay tuned for that. We'll let you know how we go. But until then, down there, he's, of course, from the Craft Beer Pretty Boys division and one of the greatest of all time sitting right there. It's, of course, Mr. Esquire.
Thank you, say Captain. Thank you, Nation. I hope everyone has a good week, but we can't force people. Can't tell people what to do.
Stop telling people what to do. That's parking's job. You're not parking. You're not my real parking.
You can't call me that. You're not my mother.
and Kimbertron just yelled out from the kitchen. She's been trying to get hold of Patrick Swayze, but it appears that he's ghosting her. Boom.
Boom. That's the way to end the night.
That's the way to end the night. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, of course, to Bomber, Lola, Mia, Nana Bear, everybody on the YouTube chat, and Patrick, and of course everybody in the Nightcap Nation chat, JD Girl, Sherbet, Parking, and Segregation S, who are currently on secret assignment. So thank you guys for tuning in as well. Everyone that's watching us on replay, last week's show got like 200 or something odd views. So big thank you to each and every one of you that watch us on replay as well. Until then, we're going to leave you with the wonderful passing words which have been handed down from generation upon generation, which is simply, you have been the Nightcap Nation. I've been your captain. And until next Friday, the Nightcap. It's a lot better then.
Shout in the studio.
Good night to you all. And, there you go. Meals from Thailand. Thank you very much. Good to see you all. See you next week. That's it. You hang up. No, you hang up.
You hang up.
All right, I'll hang up. We'll be back. No, we won't. Bye.